Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. So we're going to be talking about Taurus general energy for the month of March, seeing what's going on. Excuse me. This is a general energy reading, so only take what applies, leave everything else behind. And if you would like to get the extended version of this reading for a smaller collective, then head on over to my Patreon where I do the love life, finance, career, life goals, and also spiritual message. So we'll get all into the details, into a deep dive over there, but we're going to just keep it general over here. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, so let's get into it. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what is your general energy for the month of March 2022? Hearing the word spring as I shuffle, and like I'm really looking forward to spring personally. Now being on the East Coast, dealing with snow as a Californian, I'm ready for it to be warm. I'm ready for the sun and the birds and all that. So there's something about that energy of like spring, new beginnings, feeling like the sun on your skin again after a cold winter. Okay, Taurus, what is going on this month? So we have, look at that. Look at that. As I said that, you have the Ace of Wands and what it's melting, because I'm hearing like this fire here that we're seeing. Oh, and we even have a phoenix, like a phoenix-like energy that's coming here. Like from the flames, you rise again, Taurus. From the flames, you're rising again in March. And what it's melting is a card that was sitting behind it, which is the Four of Pentacles. So being in a space where financially you're having to be really restricted, you're having to really like hold on to every single little thing that you have because things are really tough and tight. Some of you are being freed from that. You're rising from the ashes financially. Others of you, and look in the background, it's spring. There's flowers blooming. That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. So really what I see here is that whether it be finances or whether it just be feeling very restricted, feeling very pent up, stuck inside, maybe it was a very long, cold winter for you. Maybe, you know, you've been in connections, relationships, friendships, jobs, whatever, where you just felt very restricted. There is a release of that energy of not feeling so restricted, of not being so restricted. There's a transformation here. Again, rising from the ashes, Taurus. That's what you're doing this month of March. What else is going on? Taurus. I'm going to shuffle again. March. What's going on for you all? March, general energy. Queen of Wands. Look at all this fire. Just like I was saying, like I was feeling like the sun is coming out again for you. You're feeling like you're like defrosting from a really difficult time where you felt very repressed. You're like getting to put yourself out there again, maybe feeling more social in March, very magnetic. I feel like also like you're just feeling better about yourself. Like I'm really drawn into her hair here. Something about your hair, like you're maybe going to be able to get your hair done. You haven't been able to do that. Just your hair, it feels better. Your skin looks better. Your makeup skills improved. You feel more confident about your body. Like just you're feeling a lot better about your physical appearance, as well as just your overall feeling so much better this month. I do feel like, again, there's a lot of magnetism, a lot of people drawn to you, a lot of people wanting to get to know you, a lot of people, you know, I'm hearing in your business, so there must be some business to tell if people are wanting to get in it, right? And I feel like you're coming from kind of a restricted space where maybe there wasn't much to tell because really not much was going on, and now there's going to be something to share, maybe news to share, something along those lines. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, messages, what's going on in March? Strength. Look at this. You've overcome so much, and I love how much yellow and orange and red there is. To me, this is like moving up from a lot of blockages and a lot of repressed energy and stuff not really flowing really well when it comes to the root, sacral, and solar plexus chakra with all the red, orange, and yellow that's coming through. I feel like you have overcome a lot over the winter. You've overcome a lot over the winter. There's been a lot of development, a lot of progression, and you're rising, okay? There's really positive things happening for you. With the Queen of Wands and the Strength card, it's really giving me like Maybe there's some improvements in your romantic connections when it comes to the bedroom. Maybe that's what's been delayed here. Being very careful because YouTube. But put on pause, or just not really feeling it. Not maybe because you weren't feeling yourself. So if you're not feeling yourself, that area of your life is really gonna lack. And it's like now you're like you've overcome that. You're back to who you really are. And there's just a lot of like inner strength exuding from you, and that might be why people are really drawn and into your business of like, how did you do this? How did you bounce back like that? Taurus is a very an energy that can take a lot and can deal with a lot and can bounce back from a lot. So you are the sister sign of Scorpio. You embody that energy as well. And you're just a very hardy sign. You're really, you can handle a lot, which is often why you may face a lot. But it's really like all of your work here that you've been putting into yourself. You've been putting into work, career, finances, love life, family, goals, whatever. You're seeing it actually manifest in a positive way, because the Queen of Wands is the Queen Manifester. She's bringing things in. Look at that. Transformation. Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of you, Taurus. Okay. So, very transformative month. Let's get some more messages here. All right, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising. Messages for March. Okay, we have bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Exactly. You are definitely overcoming some problems that you have faced. We have heart, deep love, deep affection, and caring. So some of you, this is going to be geared more towards your love life, but I feel like overall there's just more love in your life. And again, with the love life stuff, we will go into more details on my Patreon. For elephant coming through, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. You've been through this long journey, and a lot of what you learned is like what you truly need in life, the very basics. I think, I've been talking about this a lot in my personal readings, and I've been talking about this a lot on Patreon. But to me, the North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio transit's really starting to show us what it is that we really value in life, and how do we maintain that long term. Okay, and what do we need to release, South Node Scorpio, that is not really serving us, that may be the lower elements of Scorpio, very toxic, very binding, very, self-sabotage, in order to obtain the long-term goals that we have, in order to maintain the things that are of value that we want long-term. And I think one thing many people are finding is that their long-term goals are long-term security, long-term confidence in what they're doing, long-term confidence in their connections, their relationships, their finances, etc. Right? So it's not just about the instant gratification during this transit. It's about what can we do to maintain that pleasure that we seek, and that security, because Taurus is a sign of security, that we seek for the long term. We have reconciliation coming out with the pineapple. So some of you, there could be, because I said some of this is about your love life, there could be a reconciliation coming, and that is something that we'll talk about more on Patreon. But yeah, that could be something that's coming in, and at this time it's going to come in, and you're going to be able to find that long-term security and confidence within that connection. Let's see, we have dog barking, advice from a friend. So Spirit, anytime this card comes through, it lets me know that Spirit's speaking through a friend. And you may have already, I'm hearing some of you've had this conversation already. So it's like, I'm probably going to be posting this in mid-February. You may have already had this conversation, and it's somebody giving you insight of what's to come in March. And it is positive, and I think you wanted to just kind of ignore it, be like, yeah, sure, okay. That was Spirit telling them to pass you this message of positivity, okay? Because they wanted you to get a little bit of heads up. And so listen to that friend. Take what they said to heart, because that was Spirit speaking through them to you, okay? We have nice, key, successful outcome to your problems. Again, you've had this inner strength in order to overcome the problems that you've been facing. And as a result of that, there's this reward, there's this transformation, there's this rising from the ashes. And we have mule. Somebody is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. So some of you absolutely may be extremely stubborn and not wanting to change that are watching this. And you know, if that's you, then this reading unfortunately is not going to apply, and you're going to be kind of stuck in the same spit for this space that you've been in because you're not wanting to change. And so I really hope that you take this reading and you think about it a bit, right? And think about shifting things a bit so you can step into this gift and step into this energy. Others of you, I feel like this is, you're dealing with somebody that's very stubborn and unwilling to change, and that's going to be really highlighted this month for you. And it's going to be, you know, you've changed so much, you've done so much, and maybe this will be for some this reconciliation. You see they haven't changed, well then you know what, it's time for you to transform. It's time for you to move on from that connection. Sometimes the death energy is painful. Okay, sometimes we're having to let go of things that really aren't for us when it comes to this transformation, that there's all of this energy around you that's trying to help you change and grow and develop into more of what you are wanting to be, more of who you actually are. Don't let this mule energy bring you back and hold you back, okay? So let's get some additional oracle messages here for the month. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, oracle messages. Some messages for the month for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, we have curiouser and curiouser, discovery, inquiry, weirdness, curiosity. So something really interesting is happening this month. Maybe you're going to be really like intrigued about a certain topic, wanting to learn more about it. Something really kind of igniting a passion within you that you want to learn more about. So definitely follow that. Follow your heart this month, Taurus. And then we have wake up. It's your moment. It absolutely is. This is big, like main character energy, but the main character finally overcoming the obstacles and getting that, you know, what you've been waiting for as you're watching that whole series or the movie, right? Like, you know, the main character goes through it, which I think we don't talk about enough when we're talking about wanting to be the main character. It's like, okay, we're going to go through the drama, but this is like the, you know, the happy moments of when you're like, yes, they're finally getting exactly what they deserve in a good way, you know? And so it's your moment. Okay. It's your moment, Taurus. We have money. Every Taurus likes to see that. Everyone likes to see that, but every Taurus likes to see that. We have the money energy coming through. So there is a lot of success for many of you when it comes to financial issues. You know, the Four of Discs talks about having to be really restrained with finances and save every little thing. And there's a release to that. Now we also have pregnancy coming through. Now this can be, you know, the pregnancy, the gestation period for something much bigger, a bigger goal that you have. I'm seeing homes, I'm seeing cars, I'm seeing businesses. So this money may be able to help you get closer to this goal. Also for those that are trying to conceive, this is a message for you, okay? This could be something that's happening, especially with the death card energy. That's a big signifier when it comes to pregnancy, because, you know, going from being not a parent to a parent is a huge transformation. You will never be the same after, and not in a negative way. It's just like you'll never be the same. You'll never look at life the same. You'll never feel the same. Things will change so much. It's something you can't describe. You just have to experience. And for others, even, you know, going from one child to having two or whatever, each new child that comes into your life is going to be an experience that transforms you forever. So very transformative period with this energy right here, but don't freak out too much about the pregnancy, because I'm not getting like a warning you of that energy. I'm getting more of a, like, if that's what you want, then that's what's happening. So, okay, let's see. Messages, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, month of March. Okay, look at this. We have your energy coming out. Full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. So going back to this money and this transformation and this Four of Discs energy that's being melted away, some of you have these bigger long-term goals. Remember what I said about the Taurus being in the North Node of how do we get to our longer term goals, and how do we maintain what it is that we really value in life, which a lot of this for you guys is going to be security. Now, I feel like these bigger goals, let's say it's a house, a car, you know, travel, retirement, kids, you know, any of your longer term, bigger financial goals or long term career goals, all that kind of stuff, you need a practical plan. And I do feel like this month you're getting set up where you can have a little extra if it's finances as part of that practical plan to do so. So this is giving like investment energy. This is giving research energy. And we do have that energy of, you know, being curious and researching something. So some of you, if you feel drawn to a particular thing when it comes to investments, when it comes to, learning about a business, when it comes to your career and how you can expand in that way, then follow it. But do so in a way where there's like a practical plan behind it. Like, don't just like, okay, well, I'm just going to read about it and then throw it away. Like, actually take notes and actually see, okay, how could I actually bring this into my life if this is what I want? In a very practical way where it's not just like waiting for the universe to hand it to you, because this is kind of like, this is the gift. It's the Ace of Wands. This is the universe handing you something to help you along, but you're going to have to take that from there. I'm getting the image of the relay races. It's going to be your hand to pass off, right? And you need to go. And so we go back to the stubborn energy. How have you changed enough to take this win and really run with it and really succeed with it? Or are you going to go back into your old stubborn ways? Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, March. Okay, we have full moon in Pisces, so double full moons. To me, that gives like this manifestation energy and manifestation coming in, because that's what full moons are about. Also with full moons, they can be very emotional. So this may make you very emotional in a very positive way, because it's like you're finally overcoming something here. That's what I get. I just get this huge sigh of release. So some of you might be crying tears of joy. But we have balanced spirituality and practicality. So again, it's this notion of, here's the gift, here's the spiritual side, here's the manifestation. What are you going to do with it when it comes to dealing with it in the earthly realm? Are you going to waste it? Are you going to, you know, just wait for another moment like this to come? Or are you going to take that and then work with it and grow it? Last message here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Last message. Okay, and then we have a new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. Yes. So through this transformation, through any additional bumps in the road that may happen, because there is no perfect month, there's always things going on. And, you know, it's really easy to forget that, because we really easily forget all the little bumps in the road that we deal with, right? Because we move on to something else. A good thing happens, a bad thing happens, whatever. Any negative things that happen, you are safe. I feel like as you're watching, I'm getting more of those, like, as you're watching this, if you're going through a lot of stuff and you're like, am I going to make it? Like, is everything gonna be okay? Is my family gonna be safe? Am I gonna be able to pay my rent? Am I gonna be, like, all these different things that may be popping up for you? You're safe. You're gonna be fine. This energy is gonna come in right when you need it, okay? So I love you guys so much. If you want to get the in-depth look at your love life, if you want to get an in-depth look at your finance, careers, life goals, and a spiritual message, and you want to help support the channel, head on over to my Patreon for that. You also can book a personal reading with me either on my website, witchybabyshop.com. I also have an Etsy shop. You cannot book live sessions with me on my Etsy shop, but you can book everything else. And make sure, I ask, please, 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 and I'm gonna beg every time, I don't care, be annoyed with me in the comments, that's fine. Leave a comment on the video, leave a like on the video, share it with somebody, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. All of these things are really, really, really helpful with helping my messages get out there. Without that, you know, we're in this community really kind of facing an interesting time, and the algorithms really don't like us right now. And so if you want to see more of my, you know, content, if you want other people to be able to find my content, I need your help with it. So make sure you leave a like on the video and comment, subscribe, share. All those steps really help the channel grow and help more people be able to find my type of work. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you all next time.